very warm welcome to the yoga session. In today's session, we will be talking a lot about the air element. Through the practice, I will keep mentioning about some of the benefits of trying to work with the air element. And so, you will just observe and see how beneficial it is for us to breathe and to be aware of the benefits of the air element. So, most of the time, when we think about the air element, the first thought that comes to our mind is the breath, the life force, the prana. So, we all know that breath is essential for a being, the essential part of our survival. That being said, the practice is not just going to be about thinking about our breath or trying to focus on our breath, but trying to understand the benefit of the breath overall. So let's see some of the points that help us as we focus on the element of air today. So the awareness of the element of air helps us to first connect with our heart chakra. So the air element is connected with the Anahata chakra, which is the heart chakra. So as we breathe in, which makes sense that we have our lungs and then we have our heart. So when we create openness by breathing in and out, not only do we activate our heart chakra and create an openness in our heart, but it also helps us to open up our shoulders and overall relax and let go of any stress we may be holding around the upper part of our body. The next thing that heart chakra allows us to do is if we are feeling lonely at any time or if we are feeling a little bit disconnected or a little bit feeling a little scattered, connecting with the air element, it always helps us to relax the mind. So whenever we feel that I'm kind of feeling a little bit of disconnect, taking in a few deep breaths in and out, as we all must have heard many times, it allows us to create openness in our heart basically. Not only does it increase the oxygen flow in the body, but it activates our heart chakra. And that kind of brings us to a feeling of connectedness with everybody around us. So wherever we are, say we are missing someone, we are feeling lonely because we are away from our loved ones. When we breathe in and out, it creates a sense of connectedness because all of us are breathing the same air. So we know that all animals, plants, and all beings around us, we are all breathing the same air, and it kind of brings a universal connection with all beings around us. So that is one of the benefits, and it helps us to kind of not feel so lonely or depressed anymore. The next benefit of the element of air, sometimes you may have heard this phrase like some people are very dreamy, they are up in the air. So they're not very connected with the ground. So sometimes they need to be a little bit grounded. But the advantage or the benefit of the people who are kind of slightly up in the air or a little bit dreamy, who daydream sometimes even, they are actually very creative people. So the element of air allows us to kind of increase our creativity, and we most of the creative people, like you notice in the field of art or any kind of music, or all of the people who are into the creative field, for them the air element is a very active element. So when we also breathe in and out and we connect with our air element, it brings about a lot of creativity within us. So these are some of the things that are coming to me at the top of my mind right now. But as I progress through the class, I will remind you of these some of the benefits, so we can become more aware and in tune with the air element. That being said, let's all settle down nicely in a cross-legged position. And since we are talking about the air element today, it definitely makes sense for us to start with our pranayama. We're going to do a breath focused pranayama for just one exercise today. Let's take our left hand and place it on our heart. And let's take our right hand and place it on our lower belly. If you're comfortable, you can gently close your eyes. Try to become aware of your breath entering into your nasal passage, going down your throat, and expanding your diaphragm, and in turn expanding your abdominal muscles. Very slowly, as you exhale, feel the contraction of your abdominal muscles, and very slowly feel the air exiting from your nostrils. One more very slow, nice, cool breath in, and a warm breath out. Gently release your hands. Place your hands on top of your knees with your palms facing up to the ceiling. And very slowly begin to open your eyes if you have closed them. And bring yourself up to eye level. We'll try to do 3 breaths in and 3 breaths out. So basically, it's going to be to the count of 3. So each time we inhale, I will help you by counting. So I'll say that I'm using my hand, but you don't have to use your hand. So I'll say 1, 2, and 3, which means you're breathing into the count of 3 and completely filling your lungs. And then when I say hold, just hold your breath for a few, like probably for a second. And then I'll say exhale, 1, 2, and 3. And then I'll say hold, right? So just hold your breath again. And then we're going to breathe in. So it's going to be count of 3 up. Then we're going to hold. Count of 3 down. And then we're going to hold. So the first 2 rounds, you can keep your eyes open just in case you want to get into the flow and the rhythm of that cycle of breathing. And after that, if you wish, you can close your eyes. So you can place both your hands on top of your knees with your palms facing up to the ceiling. I'm going to just use the hand for guidance so you will be able to flow with the breath. Let's start. Very slowly start to breathe in. 1, 2, and 3. Hold. Start to exhale. 1, 2, and 3. Hold. Start to breathe in. 1, 2, and 3. Hold. Start to exhale. 1, 2, and 3. Hold. Breathe in. 1, 2, and 3. Hold. Breathe out. 1, 2, and 3. Hold. Let's do a couple of rounds at our own pace without any guidance. Very slowly take your time and finish up your round. Whenever you feel ready, very slowly start to open your eyes by bringing the gaze towards the floor and very slowly coming up to eye level. Let's do a few rounds of left nostril breathing as well. I know I mentioned we'll do only one breathing exercise, but I feel it will be really artificial to calm ourselves down. So let's add another one. Let's use our right thumb and plug in your right nostril. So basically, you're going to completely close your right nostril using your right thumb, and we're going to do a few rounds of breathing just from the left in and out. So let's begin. It's very simple. Both inhale and exhale happens through the left. Slowly finish up your round wherever you are. Let's do the last one and release. Continue to keep your eyes closed or keep a soft gaze and try to become aware of the sensations around both your nostrils. Breathing in from both your nostrils and breathing out from both your nostrils. Very slowly, let's begin to open our eyes by first bringing the gaze towards the floor and slowly coming up to eye level. So we're going to start with a back bend today. We will have a lot of back bends today because our goal today is to open up our Anahata Chakra to take in the element of air. So we're going to create space in our chest, in our shoulders. So there's going to be back bend in the body. And as you do that, become aware of the sensations you are feeling in your upper body. Let's take our hands all the way to the back. Simply sweep your hands all the way to the back. Point your fingers towards your body and very gently lift your chin up. Your hips are still down to the ground. Work on pressing your shoulders a little bit back. Feel the openness that is coming in the center of your chest. And very slowly bring your upper body parallel straight up, the spine straight up. Let's take our hands all the way up. We'll also do a counter position for the back bend. Let's start with the forward bend. Place your hands down, fingertips down to the ground. Look forward about 1 or 2 feet in front of you. Walk your right hand forward. Walk your left hand forward. Make a connection with your hips and your lower back. Walk your right hand forward. Walk your left hand forward. We have a lot of space between our chin and the collarbone, which means to say we are not looking into our body like this. We're trying to lead with our chin forward. Become aware of the sensations again around the lower back. If you're feeling any strain, stay here. Those of us who want to go a little further, take your right hand forward and your left hand forward. Gently place your palms down and now try to bend your elbows and slowly bring your forehead towards the ground. Become aware of the sensations in your upper back. Maybe your lower abdominal muscles are pressing into your legs. Maybe the breath has become a little bit shallow because of the abdominal compression. Let's make a conscious effort To take a slow breath in and a deep, long breath out. One more very slow breath in and a longer breath out. Very slowly lift your head up. Bring yourself back onto your fingertips. Gently walk your fingertips back towards your body. So it's not a sudden, swift movement. We want our lower back to come back in position very gradually and slowly. Let's take our hands all the way up. We'll start with the side body. Rest your right palm down to the ground. Keep your fingers nice and wide and open. And also, let's try to connect with the element of earth, right? So we're going to feel the electromagnetic connection with our earth, drawing energy from Mother Earth as we like take our left hand all the way towards the right side. So we're talking about a lot of elements today that are just surrounded by us and we are within those, but we are kind of not paying that much attention to it on a daily basis. And breathe. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's take our left hand, consciously make the deep connection, warm connection with the Mother Earth. And now gently take your right hand all the way over towards the left side. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. And exhale, let's circle those shoulders off a little bit and reverse the direction of the rotation of our shoulders. We'll come into a cat and cow position. Gently take your legs to one side and let's set ourselves up for a very simple basic cat and cow position. Palms are really nicely, fingers are spread, the heel of the palm is pressing to the ground, arms shoulder width apart, legs hip width apart, neutral position of our spine. Very slowly, as we inhale, look towards the ceiling, creating an openness in our heart. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Let's come into a neutral position. The neck is in line with the spine. Stay where you are. I'm going to go sideways for better view. Let's tuck our toes. We're going to start by extending our left leg out, but we're going to catch the ball of the feet on the ground. So just extend your left leg, catch the ball of the feet on the ground. Press that heel all the way to the back. Starting to open up the back of our left leg. As you work on pressing your heel to the back, your left heel to the back, inhale, look towards the ceiling. Exhale, round your back, but you are constantly pressing your heel to the back. Inhale, open up your heart. And exhale, round your back. Let's come into a neutral position. The neck is in line with the spine. Gently bring your left leg back in position. Continue to keep your toes tucked. Extend your right leg. Catch the ball of the feet on the ground. Press that heel all the way to the back. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Coming into a neutral position, the neck is in line with the spine. Gently bring your right leg back in position and wag the tail. Just move your hips from side to side. You can relax your toes now. Let the toenails press the ground and just move your hips from side to side. From here, we're going to go a little bit deeper into the stretch. So let's tuck our toes back momentarily. Extend your left leg, but this time take it off the ground. So you are bringing your leg parallel to the ground. You have your right leg toes tucked. Very gently, let's take that left leg all the way towards the right side. You're going to cross your thighs and now rest your left leg knee behind your right. Stay where you are. I'm going to face forward. So you're going to look like this with your left leg behind you. You're going to bend. I actually have to turn this way. So you look like this, right? You're going to bring your left hand to the ground and you're going to hold on to your left ankle with your right. And you're going to work on pulling that leg towards your body. And breathe. Very slowly extend your left leg out. Place your right hand down to the ground. Catch your left leg toes to the ground. Release your left knee off the ground and gently release. Bring that left leg back in position and you're going to come back to your cat and cow position. Stay where you are. I'm going to just close the blinds. Looks like there's a lot of light coming. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's do the other side. Okay, I'm going to face this way this time. Let's start with a simple cat and cow. You can tuck your toes if you wish to, or you can relax your toes. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round. Let's come into a neutral position. The neck is in line with the spine. Let's tuck our toes. Extend your right leg, but take it off the ground this time. So you're going to press your heel all the way to the back. Now gently start to take your right leg all the way towards the left side. So there comes a point when your thighs are going to intersect and you're going to place your right knee completely down to the ground. I'll turn myself, you don't have to, so that you can see my leg better. Now your right leg is behind you like this. You can keep your right palm down to the ground. You can walk the right hand a little bit to the center of your body so that it helps you to gently lift your left hand off. And then hold on to your right ankle or your toes with your left hand and gently work on pulling that leg towards your body. And breathe. Now, if you feel comfortable and balanced enough in this position, see how it feels to turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Remember, today our goal is to open up our shoulders, to give that maybe a little micro back bend to the body and creating that space in the center of our chest. And breathe. From here, very gently release your right leg out. You can place your left hand down to the ground. Bring your hands shoulder width apart again and then gently lift your right leg. Bring it back in position. Relax all toes and simply wag your tail. Move your hips from side to side. Come back to the center. Stay where you are. We're going to gently bring our left leg forward and bring ourselves all the way up. Keep your right leg toes tucked if you wish to. If you feel pretty stable, it's okay. You can relax it as well. It's totally optional. Let's start by walking the left leg a little bit farther away from us. So we are trying to increase the distance between our legs. Let's take our hands, place it on our hips. So you can take your thumb basically, press it into your lower back to give support to your lower back, and then gently guide your hips forward. Now, as you do that, Try to continue to keep your knee in line with your ankle. So I don't want you to do this, right? Which means to say your knee is shooting off your ankle, but try to keep the leg exactly the way it is. Mostly bring the movement from your hips because our goal is to create that back bend to the body today, like we talked earlier, right? So let's try to push those shoulders back. Let's try to arch up that back and now see how open you feel around the center of your chest. And breathe. Let's try to take our gaze all the way up, opening up our awareness to the universe, feeling connected with everything that is surrounding us. From here, gently bring yourself parallel. So you're going to try to keep your spine straight. Let's take our hands. If you wish to continue to repeat the same exercise because it feels good, like the opening in your chest and shoulders, please repeat that. Those of us who want to add the arms a little bit, let's take our hands all the way up. I'm going to show the hands. I will release our index finger out like this. So we're clasping our palms and we're just releasing our index finger. By the way, I would like to point out of the 5 elements that we talk about, fire, earth, space, air, and water, right? So air happens to be, the index finger happens to be the air element. So let's point our index finger out, our air element, right? And take the hands all the way up. And now, if you wish to, let's open up our heart all the way up and breathe. From here, point the index finger up towards the ceiling. Let's sweep our hands all the way to the back. So we're going to continue with our back bend just a little bit differently. Clasp your hands behind your back this time. Your palms are pressing into each other. Your knuckles are pressing down. We are working on pushing our shoulders to the back. And let's open up that heart to the universe. Very gently bring your upper body, keep your spine straight, and then release your hands. Let's just slowly rotate our shoulders off and change the direction of the rotation of our shoulders. Let's open up the back of our leg a little bit. Turn your right leg toes inwards like this. Keep your toes anchored at the back. Extend your left leg all the way out. Your hip, your knee, and your ankle are in one straight line, and your toes are flexed towards your body. We probably might be feeling a little bit at the back of our leg, not too much right now, right? Now, some of us might not be able to give a forward bend for whatever reason. Place your hands very softly on top of your thighs like this. But if you feel that you're tending to uh, press your upper body weight onto your thighs, then take your hands onto your hips and just lean forward. If this is the best you would like to do today. Those of us who want to take it a little bit deeper, let's take our hands, palms facing forward. Lead with your chin. Maybe the fingertips touch the ground. If they're hanging up like that, rest it here. If they're resting here and you're already feeling too much at the back of the leg, just stay. Those of us who wish to hold on to your toes. If you wish to open up your elbows and then work on bringing your forehead towards your left knee. And breathe. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, circle your hands. Gently rotate your shoulders and reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders. Let's slowly bring this leg back in position. Let's take our right leg also back in position. Frame your left leg. Place your hands on either side of your left leg. Release your right knee off the ground. If possible, let's take that left leg all the way up to the ceiling. Point your toes. Very gently rotate your left ankle and reverse the direction of the rotation of your left ankle. Drop your leg down and slowly pedal your legs off in a simple downward dog position, walking your dog. Slowly rest your knees down. Walk your hands back to cat and cow to begin with. Step your right leg forward and bring yourself up. This time, keep your left leg toes tucked. Walk your right leg a little bit farther away from you. Keep your knee in line with your ankle. Let's take our hands to the hips, thumb pressing into the lower back. Think about giving a back bend to the body for openness. And then let's slightly push our hips forward and then open it up. So energetically try to push your shoulders to the back. Relax your jaw. Notice if your forehead muscles are relaxed. See the openness coming around your throat. And gently bring yourself into a neutral position. Option to be here or to release our hands. Take the hands, index finger out, palms clasping each other. And if you wish to, slowly, let's try to give a back bend to the body. Chin up, chest up, gaze up, heart open. Lot of room for the air element to enter into our lungs, energizing every cell of our being. And gently bring yourself into a neutral position. From here, sweep your hands. Let's clasp our palms, knuckles pointing down, shoulders pushing back. You can just stay here or give a back bend. Very slowly bring yourself into a neutral position. Release your hands. Place your hands on either side of your right leg. Release your left knee off the ground. And then gently sweep your right leg all the way up to the ceiling. Point your toes. Very slow rotation of your ankle. And reverse the direction of the rotation of your ankle. Drop your leg down and very slowly pedal your legs off. Drop your knees down. Walk your hands back towards your body. Let's come up onto a standing position on our knees. Those of us who are tender around the knees, you can use your mat, roll it up like this, and then you can place your knees on top of your rolled mat so it will protect you. We're going to give a back bend again. So, like I talked about, there's going to be a lot of back bend for our heart opening today. Keep your legs about hip width apart. I'm going to turn my body towards the side here so you can see me better. Keep your toes tucked. Bring your hands 45-degree angle. Let's take our left hand all the way up, fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. Turn your palm facing upward, the left palm. Look at your fingertips. Now, as you sweep your hand, I want you to feel the air that is surrounding you. Maybe your fingertips are able to feel the sensitivity of the air as you move your hands and gently place your fingertips on top of your heel. Left to the left. If your hands are hanging up in the air and you are not able to place it on the heel, that's totally fine. Come back to the position of your thumb pressing into the lower back so you can support that lower back and it is not putting too much strain on your lower back. Once you're ready, let's take the right hand all the way over, diagonally over the head and breathe. You can stay here or you have an option to relax your toes or you have an option to walk your hands down And maybe you have an option to rest your palm down, giving a back bend to the body as well as creating an openness. So I want you to press your right shoulder a little bit back like this. And if you want to look towards the ceiling and try to breathe in the life force energy to every single cell, bringing them alive. And now, very slowly, you can make your way onto your fingertips, onto your heel, stay. And from here, very slowly take your hand all the way to the back, the left hand. So we're going to give a full rotation to our shoulder. Gently take your hand all the way up and then point your fingers back diagonally. Release your hands. Let's just rotate our shoulders. Don't change anything. I'm going to be adjusting to the camera. Let's rotate the shoulders off a little bit and reverse the direction of the rotation. And let's come back into the diagonal position. So tuck your toes, keep your legs hip width apart, hands coming to 45-degree angle. This time, as you breathe in, take your right hand up towards the ceiling. Turn your palm facing outward. Now press the air. So I want you to sensitize the center of your palms, your fingertips. Become aware of the air that is surrounding you and press it on your heel or on your hip. Option to relax your toes. Gently take your left hand all the way. You can stay here. Option to walk your hands onto your fingertips to the ground. Option to rest your palm down, but try to take your left hand open. So you want to turn your heart up towards the ceiling. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back onto your fingertips. Back onto your heel. Stay. Take your right hand all the way to the back. Look towards the back. Gently bring your hands back, 45-degree angle. Stay where you are. Let's take our hands all the way up. Interlock. Press the heel of the palm on the way up. Make sure you have space between the chin and the collarbone, which means to say we are not doing this, right? We are not shrugging everything and compressing, but we are able to move comfortably our head, although it is in the center. Let's start with the side body. Take it all the way towards the right side. Come back to the center. Let's take it all the way towards the left side. And come back to the center. Release your hands. Rotate your shoulders. And reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders. And we're going to once again step our left leg forward. So I'm going to go sideways. Tuck your right leg toes and gently step your left leg forward. So one of the important elements of the air would be to take a flight, right? So it allows us to go up. The air power allows us to lift us, not only just the spirit and our inner being, but it allows us to also help us to uplift ourselves, basically. So we'll use a balancing position for that. Let's place our hands on either side of our left leg. Gently work on lifting your right knee off the ground. So you still have the ball of the feet on the ground. Now gently work on lifting your right leg up. See how that feels. And breathe. Try to lift that leg slightly higher. And if your body allows you to, maybe you can go into a single leg split by really lifting and pointing those toes all the way up. And breathe. Slow, deep, long breaths in and out. Very slowly, let's tuck the toes back. Rest that right knee down to the ground. And let's take that left leg back, coming into a simple cat and cow position. Let's do 2 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round. Gently bring yourself into neutral position. Your neck is in line with your spine. Tuck your toes. Step your right leg forward. Place your hands on either side of your right leg. And gently work on lifting your left knee off the ground. Stay. Whenever you feel ready and prepared. Some of us might need a little tap. So if you wish, I will just demo this quickly. You can hug that leg a little closer to your body and then gain confidence and lift it. Those of us who don't need to, you can gently work on lifting that left leg up this time. Find your stability first. Now, if you wish to walk your hands a little bit farther away from you, if it helps you, you can place your hands a little farther. And then let's lift that leg up. Point the toes. And breathe. Slow, deep, long breaths in and out for sustenance in this pose. Holding the breath would make it more difficult for the body. Lift it higher. Relax your jaw. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently tuck the toes. Rest your knee down. Walk your hands back. So frame your right leg and gently take that right leg back in position. Relax your toes and wag your tail. Move from side to side. Let's do 2 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round. Coming into a neutral position, the neck is in line with the spine. I'm going to face forward. You can stay where you are. We're going to come onto our belly. So I'll go a little back so you can see me better. And just lie down on your belly. Good. All right. And bring your hands into cactus arm position. So like an L shape with your arms like this. And bring your chin down to the ground. From here, come onto the fingertips of both your hands. So we are making our way into a cobra position. Let's do one thing. Let's keep our palms down first. So keep your heel of the palm and your fingers spread out. Let's come into a cobra like this first. So that way we know how that feels around the lower back. Press on your palms. Slowly lift your chin off the ground. Slowly press on your palms. Let's take it all the way up. So we have our arms really wide today, and the heel of the palm is pressing into the ground. Once again, chest is open, heart is open, gaze is up towards the ceiling. Breathe. And now very slowly bend your elbows and gently start to rest your lower belly, your mid, your chest, and your chin and your elbows down to the ground. You have an option to repeat the same exercise one more time, or if you would like to try out a little bit differently, create a mini tent with your hands, which means to say your heel of your palm is off the ground and your fingertips are resting on the ground. Your elbow is on the ground. Press on to your fingertips. Very slowly as you inhale, lift your chin off the ground. See how that feels around your wrist and your shoulders. Still okay here. Slowly work on locking your elbows. Take your gaze all the way up to the ceiling. And breathe. Very gently, lower belly down. Mid, chest. Relax your elbows, your shoulders, your palms completely down to the ground. Extend your hands over your head. We're going to lift both our hands and legs off the ground. Taking a flight one more time. Inhale, both your hands and legs off the ground. Hold the position, but allow the breath to flow in and out. Exhale, release. Inhale, both your hands and legs off the ground. And exhale, release. One more. Inhale, both your hands and legs off the ground. And exhale, release. Bring your hands next to your chest. We're going to make our way into a regular normal cobra. Slowly as you inhale, press on your palms. Let's take the chest all the way up, heart pointing up to the ceiling. And exhale, push your hips all the way to the back, round your back. I want you to stay in this rounded position for a couple of breaths. And gently walk your hands towards you, any which ways. We are going to gently take our legs to one side and drop your hips down and bring yourself into a butterfly position. So I'm going to start to prepare myself a little bit here for the meditation. So let's finish up our the yoga part of the class by concluding with a simple butterfly. The soles of your feet are pressing towards each other, and then gently start to rock your knees a little bit side to side, flapping those wings and let it go. Point and flex, point and flex and release. All right. So now we are going to prepare ourselves for our meditation. So if you have a cushion, any kind of cushion that you would like to rest your seat on, to elevate and allow your knees to rest a little bit towards the ground. So when we lift, some of us might be wondering, why do I place a cushion below my seat, right? It allows us to rest those knees down towards the ground. So we are not holding any tension in our inner thighs, and also it helps us to keep our spine straight a little bit. So when we use a little bit of the height below our seat bones, then it kind of allows us to feel more relaxed in our inner thighs, knees, and our lower back, which will help us to uh, enjoy the meditation session a little bit better. So find a nice, comfortable seated position, either a chair or the support of a wall or a cushion, whatever works for you. Make sure you're sitting upright. Your hands can be in a relaxed position where you don't have to feel that they're tensing up. Your upper body is not tensing up. And then very gently close your eyes. Bringing the awareness back to the breath. Becoming aware of the movements that are coming in your body along with your breath. Gently wiggle your toes. Release and relax. Allow the healing energy from Mother Earth to enter into your feet, relaxing your ankle joints, your calf muscles, your knees, and your thighs. As you breathe in and out, deeply relax your hips. 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . And now allow the healing energy from Mother Earth to enter into your back, relaxing your lower back, mid back, and your upper back. All the muscles and nerves of the back region are now relaxed. Relax your abdominal muscles and all the internal organs within. Relax the center of your chest. As you breathe in and out, letting go of any tightness or tension you may be holding around the shoulders and the neck region. Relax all your facial muscles, including your jaw and your tongue inside your mouth. Relax your eyeballs and your forehead and temple muscles. Relax the back of your head and the top of your head. Gently bring your awareness to your heart, and as you rest there, become aware of the love and light that is already present within your heart. Slowly become absorbed within yourself. Very slowly and gently, bring your awareness back to the present moment. While keeping your eyes closed, try to observe how you're feeling in your body and mind. Whenever you're ready, very slowly begin to open your eyes by first bringing the gaze towards the floor and slowly coming up to eye level. Thank you very much for joining the session today. Let's all take a bow together and say namaste. Namaste. Have a wonderful week ahead, and I will see you all next Sunday. Thank you so much.